Hello everyone. Alrighty, so we have a couple of questions to go over. Particularly, we have some questions for number theory / cryptography. So I have my pad over here, and I'm going to be posting some answers to some questions. So let me quickly run over to the questions that we have, and then we will discuss them. While these are loading, I want you guys to post your questions in the live chat over here, and I will answer them live. So this is for anyone and everyone to just ask any math question that they have, and I'll go over all of them. That being said, if you have not done so already, make sure you subscribe over here. Click on that subscribe button. And also make sure that you like this video so that we can grow this YouTube channel. This is absolutely free tutoring. So use this resource as you take math classes, or if you're interested in any math questions, you can ask them. And I will try to make sense of them as much as possible. So I have some questions from, let's see here, I'm going to real quickly pull up their question. All right, so this is Shaiju. If I mispronounce that name, I apologize, but this person has been asking me about some cryptography / number theory for quite some time now, and so I want to give this person an opportunity. We're going to go through as many of these as we can today. So we're going to go a little bit out of order. We've done number 7, which says explain the division algorithm. We have a video on that. We've talked about that a little bit. There was one part that I missed. That's okay. Let's see here. There's this particular order that I want to work with. We're going to start with number 5, how to do modular arithmetic. These questions, by the way, Shaiju, is we want to, they're kind of out of order in the sense that, like, number 1 might require an understanding of how to do number 5. So we're going to do these a little bit out of order. So let me pull up a pad. And again, if you're just watching, if you're just stopping by, just know that you can ask any math questions in the live chat. And if I don't get to your questions this time, I'll get to them in the next video. So I've answered so far almost every single question except this one and Shaiju's friend. There's some questions that we haven't discussed so far. So real quickly, let me make sure I have this correct. So we're looking at 75769 mod 26. 75769 mod 26. 75769 mod 26. So 75769 mod 26. All right, Shaiju, here's the idea. Mod 26 is like a specific universe. It only has, we're working in a universe where there are only 26 numbers. Those numbers are 0, 1, 2, 3, all the way up to 25. We actually stop at 25 because the number 26 is the same as the number 0, and then it technically, like, it repeats. This is set notation. I actually like a different way of writing this. The way I think about it is it's like a clock, but instead of a 12-hour clock, it's a 26-hour clock. So we start with 0 or 26. I'll talk about that in a second. The next one is 1. The next one is 2. Next one is 3. Next one is 4. And then we kind of keep going. 25, and then 26 goes back to 0. So these are the only 25 numbers, and each arrow represents +1. So if I take, for example, 0 plus 1, that's 1. But 25, here, let's see here. 25 plus 1 is actually 0. And let me explain why. 25 plus 1 equals 0 mod 26. And by the way, I use this weird equal symbol. We'll talk about that later on in this tutorial. So here's the idea. It's like a clock. So if right now it's 9 p.m. Eastern time. It's actually 6 p.m. Where I'm at. So I'm in Arizona in the United States. So Eastern time is like 3 hours later than what it is right now. But let's say I wanted to figure out what time is it in like 24 hours. It's 6 o'clock right now. What time will it be in 24 hours? Well, I would say 6 o'clock. I wouldn't say 30 o'clock, because if you add 24 hours, you're just back to where you were starting originally. So to say like what time will it be 1 hour from now is the same as saying what time will it be 25 hours from now, or 47 hours from now. They're all the same time. They're all going to be in this state, it's going to be 7 o'clock. So the idea is, the way Mod 26 works is it's actually like a division thing. And let me show you what I mean by that. If you've ever done long division, I'm not quite sure. This is something that the United States still does, but it's kind of weird how it's done. I'm not quite sure they do this in other countries still. So this is how you would do it. You have to see how many 26s go into 75769. So if you've ever done the long division algorithm, it's pretty straightforward. So 2 26s go into 75 minus 52. Let's see here. We have 2, 3, 7. And then the question is, how many 237s go? How many 26s go into 237? Luckily for you guys, I have a calculator so I can see. 237 divided by 26, rounded down, is 9. So this goes in there 9 times. You're kind of wondering, maybe if you have a calculator, then why don't you just do the division? Well, the reason is because when we're working in Mod 26, this is going to be a remainder. The idea is I'm interested in which one of the numbers between 0 and 25. Remember, there's only 25 numbers in this universe, starting from 0 all the way up to, there's 26 numbers, sorry, and it goes from 0 to all the way up to 25. And so we're trying to figure out which of those 26 numbers we're going to be working with here. So I'm gonna figure out how so 9 26s go into this. So let's see here, 237 times 9. Sorry, 26 times 9. I'm not quite sure what I'm doing here. It's 234. So I'm going to subtract 234, and I get 3. So bring down the 6. This goes in 1 time, so minus 26. I'm left with 10. Bring down the 9. And then I have 109. 26 goes in there 4 times. So minus 20. So 26 times 4 is 104. So we got to subtract 104 to get, and then I will put the remainder over here. So the remainder in this case is 5. So the answer is 5 in this problem, because that's what the remainder is. So the idea is, when you're doing modular arithmetic, when you're trying to figure out what number you're working with, you always want to reduce it down this way using long division. What I like to do, there's a shortcut. What I like to do is just do 75769 divided by 26. Just do the division. And I get 2,914. So let me show you kind of what this is going to look like here. I'm going to maybe just go back a bunch. I'm going to erase all this. And now I can't erase anymore. All right, so here's the idea. I'm going to do 75769 divided by 26. This is 2,914.192 3. So that's the actual division itself. Now, what we can do here is we can say it's 2,914 plus some leftover. Now that leftover is not the remainder. That's not the remainder that we get when we do the division algorithm. It's really important to understand. So what can we do with this? Well, what we can say is then that 75769 is 2,914 copies of 26 plus some remainder, some leftover. And we need to figure out what that remainder is. Well, now we can just do some algebra to solve for that remainder. We can do 75769 minus 2,914 copies of 26, and we get 5. So this right there is 5. That's another way of thinking about how to solve this problem. So there are multiple ways of solving this problem, but this actually in particular, this strategy that I just showed you, is the one I like the most because to me it makes the most sense. Alrighty, so that being said, I want to see who's on there, who's up on my live chat right now. So I'm gonna take a look at that. We got one viewer, which is pretty cool. Hopefully that's Shaiju. That'd be really cool. Hopefully that helps. I don't want to go too much into it because you've posted a lot of questions and there's a lot to go over, but that's kind of the basics. That's the first one. We've so far covered the division algorithm, which is and then we use the division algorithm to explain that modular arithmetic. So 75769 or whatever it was, mod 26. We can hopefully do that by now. I'm going to try to get to those later questions later on in the throughout this semester. So this Thursday, I'll try to get to one other question that you had there. And if we have more time, I might be able to do two. But today's a little busy for me, unfortunately. So for that reason, I'm going to have to cut this a little bit early. I'm going to go over to a starting view page. So if you guys want to post any more math questions, any follow-up questions, you can post that in the live chat over here, and I will address them immediately. But Shaiju, I'm going to get to the other questions that you have in the upcoming live feed because we're going to have a more popular audience on Thursday, and I have a lot of stuff I need to get caught up on. So thank you guys so much. Again, if you haven't done so already, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you like this video. And make sure, by the way, you take a look at what's going to be coming up in the next couple weeks. So I believe starting this week, we will be posting one video every single day. What? That's crazy. So we're going to be doing that. Hopefully on Thursdays and Sundays, there'll be the live videos, and then every other day there's going to be one video that we're going to be posting. That's our goal. So a total of 7 videos a week, one video every single day. We are going to be launching our statistics course this week, which I'm super excited about because it's looking like an amazing course. Everything's looking really, really good. You guys will see. I know I'm hyping this up a lot, but you guys will see this is such good quality. You guys can take a look at like all this stuff going on right here during a live YouTube video. Yeah, it's gonna get crazy pretty soon. So stay tuned to that. I'm gonna go over to the starting screen. Thank you guys so much for all your support, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.